All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in here to the Wildcat Sports Network. We got a jam-packed day full of your Wildcat sports. I'm Kelly Turner here at the Wildcat Center, where your Wildcats volleyball is hosting a tri-match with the Eagles of Rockingham County Community College and Wake Tech Community College. You heard that right. Both teams, Rockingham and Wake Tech, both mascots are the Eagles. Hopefully, we'll see if our Wildcats can create a no-fly zone here, as these Eagles will try to take off here in this tri-match. Rockingham comes into today with a 2-10 record, riding a 5-game skid. The other Eagles of Wake Tech, meanwhile, are on a 4-game win streak with their record of 12-5. This will be a good test today for our Lady Wildcats, as they too are having a good riding streak here with 4 games. This past game defeating John Wesley 3-1. Wildcats will play Rockingham here first at noon and later play Wake Tech at 4. Meanwhile, like I said, we have a jam-packed day of Wildcat sports for you. Our men's soccer team will be down at the Ortho Carolina Sportsplex playing Mid-Atlantic Christian University at 4:30. That game will be live streamed as well. And lastly, our women's soccer team is on the road to face Columbia International at 7, who our men's team faced last night, able to down the Rams 3-2 with a game-winning goal coming from JT Fusey with 26 seconds remaining, keeping our men's soccer team undefeated at 10-0-1 this season. Again, the schedule for today: volleyball at noon versus Rockingham, 4 o'clock versus Wake Tech, men's soccer at 4:30, women's soccer at 7. We are just about to get underway here. Let's turn it on down to public address announcer Christopher Plano with our national anthem and our starting lineups.
At this time, that you please rise and honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this afternoon's national anthem. Announcer Chris Plano welcoming you once again to the Wildcat Center Gym. Now for the team rosters. First was the visiting Eagles of Rockingham Community College. A freshman wearing number 2, Rachel Kendrick. A freshman wearing number 7, Reese Thompson. A freshman wearing number 9, Avery Woods. A freshman number 10, Carly Gibson. A freshman number 11, Taylor Turley. A sophomore number 12, Janiyah Sutton. A freshman wearing number 13, Taylor Lucas. A sophomore wearing number 14, Amanda Denny. And a sophomore wearing number 15, Casey Glover. Rockingham College is coached by Brooke Hensley Young. She's assisted by Tara Lucas. All right, Wildcat fans, get on your feet and greet your Johnson & Wales University a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, one of the team captains, number 11, Madison Steed. A junior from Fayetteville, North Carolina, the other team captain, number 14, Haley Franklin. A freshman from Elgin, South Carolina, number 6, Kendall Watson. A junior from Statesville, North Carolina, number 1, Carrie Ketchy. A sophomore from Waldorf, Maryland, number 2, Tanaya Scott. A sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina, number 3, Victoria Hickling. A freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland, number 4, Christina Delancos. A junior from Kings Hill, St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, number 5, Ty Gonzalez. A freshman from Spring Lake, North Carolina, number 8, Milana Reed. A sophomore from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, number 10, Jomi Barrios. A sophomore from Tampa, Florida, number 12, Angelique Davis. A freshman from Swansea, South Carolina, number 13, Ayana Favor. A freshman from Decorah, Georgia, number 17, Jamie Hay. And a sophomore from Gastonia, North Carolina, number 18, Tiana Eason. Your Wildcats are coached in their 8th season by Callie Phillips. She's assisted by Markeisha Claiborne. Ladies and gentlemen, your referees for this afternoon's women's volleyball match are Debbie McLam and Richard Holstead.
All right, we're set to begin this first match here, this tri-match at the Wildcat Center. Johnson & Wales Wildcats wearing white over here on the right side, and Rockingham County Community College in black on the left side.
All right, Wildcat fans, welcome to the Wildcat Center Gym, and as tradition at Johnson & Wales Charlotte, before any home athletic event, let's go!
On the floor for your Wildcats to start this game, Kendall Watson at libero, Tanaya Scott, Haley Franklin, Victoria Hickling, Ty Gonzalez, and Jomi Barrios. Number 15, Cassie Gover, will be back to serve for Rockingham. Gover's serve is over and out. First point of this match to the Wildcats. Moana Reed and co-captain Madison Steed checking now for your Wildcats. Moana Reed back to serve. Reed's serve is over. And number 12, Janiyah Sutton gets the kill there for the Eagles. Sutton to serve. Sends one high and over right to Watson. Reed sets it for Gonzalez, who hits it. Ball still bouncing around, eventually out of bounds. Gonzalez gets the kill. Carrie Ketchy into the game now for the Wildcats. She'll be back to serve. Sends one over right to Sutton. Thompson gets one over right in front of Ketchy, and Thompson will get the kill. Taylor Lucas to serve, right over to Ketchy. And Scott on the attack. Scott gets the kill down that back line. Jomi Barrios will be back to serve. Anna Favor checks into the game for your Wildcats. Barrios' serve is over. Sutton hits it up. And the Eagles will just play this one over. Barrios is there. Reed looking to set it for Steed on the attack. Right over to Favor tips it over. Dug up there by Barrios. Good save there by Ketchy. Reed able to get it over. Gover now sets it for Thompson. Thompson gets the point off the block, out of bounds. Tied 3-all here in the beginning of this first set. Kendrick hits it over. Short set for Steed, tips it over. Dug up there by Kendrick. Kendrick will play it over. Scott on the attack. Turley looks to dig it up. Eagles will be able to play it over. Scott with the dig. Favor rises up. Cross-court shot just wide. Eagles get the point. Eagles lead 4-3 now. Kendrick serve. Pops one short right over to Ketchy. Reed hits it up and Ketchy will get it over. Short set for Denny. Denied at the net by Scott. Wildcats get the point as Franklin and Hicklin check back in there for the Wildcats. Furious Franklin back to serve now. Franklin sends one over. Almost dug up there by Franklin, but just out of bounds. Eagles get the point. Thompson sends one over off the hands of Watson. That'll go down as an ace for Thompson. Thompson again back to serve. Favor receives. Franklin looking to set. Scott tips it over and gets the kill. Ty Gonzalez checks in for Ketchy now. Scott back to serve. Scott's serve is over right to Kendrick. And this time the Eagles get the point. Taylor Lucas into the game now for the Eagles. Denny back to serve. Sends one over right to Scott. Franklin, big set for Hicklin. Great dig there by Kendrick. Able to get it over for the Eagles. The Wildcats again play this one over. We're over there. Favor winds up. Dug up there by Denny. Gonzalez at the net, gets the point. Off the block of Gover, out of bounds. Jomi Barrios into the game now for the Wildcats. Kendall Watson back to serve. Sutton on the attack. Barrios looks to push it over. And they're going to get Barrios in the net. Eagles lead 8-6 here in this first set. Gover gets one quickly over to Hicklin. Gonzalez rises up. The Wildcats will get the point. Madison Steed and Moana Reed will check in for the Wildcats. Reed will be back to serve. Reed sends one over. Blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Gonzalez able to get it over and paints it down the line in the corner. Great effort there by Gonzalez, getting the block and then getting the kill in the corner. Ties this one up 8 apiece. Reed to serve. Sends one short, dug up there by Sutton, gets it over. Reed sets it. Barrios on the attack. Dug out there by Denny. Gonzalez gets it over for the Wildcats. And Gover rises up right to Watson. Reed looking to set Steed on the attack and gets the kill cross court. Gets it down the line right in front of Gover here on this near side. Wildcats now lead the Eagles 9-8. Reed's serve is over. Gover pushes one over, dug up there by Reed. Steeder just hit this one over, almost misplayed there. And no Eagles there to get it. Miscommunication there by Rockingham. It's 3 players there. Nobody wanted it, I guess. The ball just falls to the floor. Wildcats lead 10-8 in this first set. Reed to serve again. 2 players there for the Eagles there. Sutton able to get it over. Gonzalez on the attack, right over to Gover. Eagles play it over. Barrios has it. And they'll get a double there on Reed. Looking to set it back for Gonzalez. Sutton back to serve for Rockingham. Scott's there. Reed sets it for Gonzalez, winds up, right to Gover. This one popped over. And they're going to get Reed with another double. Sutton serves. Short set for Barrios on the attack, right to Gover. And they'll get Barrios right in the net. And she swung on that one. Right hand just barely grazes the net. And they'll get a foot fault there on Sutton. Wildcats point. Again, tied 11 all here in this first set. Carrie Ketchy checks in now for the Wildcats. She's back to serve. Sends one short to Sutton. Able to get it over, and Ketchy not there to get it. That'll be Eagles point. Lucas to serve. Off the hands of Scott. That'll go down as an ace for Lucas. Watson and Scott were both there on that one. Off the hands of Scott. This serve, long. Good eye there by Ketchy. Dropping to a knee and letting it go right over her back, out of bounds.
Checking in for Rockingham Community College, number 11, Taylor Trilby.
Jomi Barrios back to serve now. Wildcats down by 1 in this first set. Blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Wildcats still have it. Barrios will tip this one over. Gover looking to set. Thompson. Wildcats still have it now. Favor rises up, tips it over right to Gover. Kendrick now. Thompson will push it over on Favors there. Favor again. And gets the kill. Now tied again, 13-13 here in this first set as Barrios sends it over. Thompson again, blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Correction, out Scott and Steed. Set up the stone wall there in front of Thompson. And Denny tried to fake the Wildcats out there and hit that one right into the net over her shoulder. Kind of looked like the hook shot, you know, and you see in the NBA. Blocked again by Scott. Gover looks to send this one and out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout here by head coach Brooke Young of the Eagles, as the Wildcats now lead by 3, 16-13.
It will be set up throughout this afternoon, the women's volleyball tri-match. Pick up the team schedule, team pictures, all the promotional items from JW Charlotte Athletics right at the main entrance to the Wildcat Center Gym. Check out the promotions table for some great giveaways during this afternoon's women's volleyball tri-match. Also beside Rockingham Community College, we are also hosting Wake Tech Community College. That will be the second match this afternoon. The same Rockingham Community College will take on Wake Tech Community College in match number 2 this afternoon. Then approximately around 4 o'clock, Johnson and Wales will take back to the court against Wake Tech Community College in this afternoon's women's volleyball tri-match.
Coming into that Eagles timeout, Jomi Barrios will be back to serve for the Wildcats. Wildcats again lead here, 16-13, or midway through this first set. Her serve is over. Thompson there, looks to tip it over. Ketchy's there. Reed sets it for Steed. Down the line, just wide. Bit of a glare here on this near line from the sunlight creeping in, but good eye there by the judge to see that one was out of bounds. And the Eagles again get the point here. Kendrick sends one over. Ketchy receives. Reed looks to set. Scott on the attack. Dug up there by Lucas. And this one played out by Denny. Wildcats get the point as Franklin and Hicklin check in now.
And for your Wildcats, number 3, Milana Reed. Number 14, Amy Franklin.
Franklin to serve. I don't think Kendrick intended to do that, but nevertheless, she gets the kill there for the Eagles. Hard serve right at Thompson from Franklin, and off her hands right up to the Wildcats side, and gets the kill right in front of everybody. Good save there by Watson, able to recover there. Gover blocked at the net by Scott. Eagles still have it now. Gover gets it over. Watson there. Franklin looks to set Scott. Tips it over. Dug up there by Kendrick. The Wildcats get the point. Ty Gonzalez back into the game now for the Wildcats. Wildcats lead 18-16 in this first set. Scott to serve. Gonzalez and Hicklin there at the net. Watson trying to get to that one. Unable to. Eagles get the point. Good effort there by Watson, looking to chase it down here on this near side. Just out the reach. Denny's service over right to Scott. Franklin looks to set Gonzalez. Blocked at the net. The Eagles point. Service over. Watson looked to play it. And Scott will send this one back over to the Eagles side. Over there looking to set. Sutton. Sutton gets the kill. And the Eagles now take the lead in this first set by 1. They lead 19-18 over the Wildcats. Denny's serve is over right to Watson. Short set there for a favor, looking to paint it down this far corner. Unable to, just wide. Again, Eagles with the point. 20-18 now. Denny pops one short. Gonzalez is there. Franklin looking to set. Hicklin hitting the dug up there by Thompson. Blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Gonzalez there again. Gover will hit this one. And Gonzalez, third time, gets the block and the point for the Wildcats. Jomi Barrios into the game now. The freshman Watson back to serve. Watson serve quickly over. And they're going to get Gover into the net. And again, we're tied here in this first set, 20 apiece. Watson serves over short. Denny's there. Sutton off the hands of Scott. Back over. Gonzalez at the net. Played up by Franklin. Scott will look to set. Barrios gets it over and just long. Gover sends this one over right to Watson. Watson tips it over. 3 Eagles there. Sutton will get it over. Watson again. Franklin looks to set. Barrios on the attack. Right at Gover. Gets the kill. Barrios buries that one right at Gover. Moana Reed and Madison Steve back into the game now for the Wildcats. Reed back to serve. Tied 21 all here in this first set. Sutton on the attack. Gets the kill. 22-21. Eagles lead the Wildcats here coming down to the end of this first set. Sutton serve popped over right to Barrios. Steve looking to push that over here in this front court, unable to, right into the net. And head coach Callie Phillips of the Wildcats will call a timeout here. And she finds her team down 2. Eagles lead 23-21.
All your favorite snacks and soft drinks for sale all throughout the South Eagles Women's Volleyball Tri-Match. Check out the Wildcat Snack Shack. Your favorite items on sale for food and beverage. Thank you.
Eagles quickly out of that timeout. Brooke Young and her team seem to know what they got to do to finish off this first set. Wildcats out of the timeout now. Sutton still to serve now for the Eagles. Ty Gonzalez jogs onto the court for the Wildcats. Sutton again to serve. Sends one short here to Barrios. Reed looking to set. Gonzalez tips it over and gets the kill. And back in for the Wildcats, Kara Ketchy. And she'll be back to serve as her team still down 1 in this first set. Ketchy serve is over. Gover looking to set. Thompson on the attack. Blocked by Scott. Eagles play this one over. Barrios on the attack. Dug up there by Denny. And Thompson will tip this one over. Reed is there. Ketchy will play this one over. Gover sends one. Dug up there by Watson. Reed looking to set Barrios again. Dug up there by Denny. Blocked at the net. Blocked again by Barrios. Gover there. Dug up by Watson. What a rally here. Steed rises up. Pushed over. Reed is there. What a save by Watson there, keeping it in. Thompson will just push it over. Dug up there by Barrios. Steed on the attack. Reed will get this one over for the Wildcats. What a rally here. Thompson blocked by Scott, and the Wildcats get the point. Huge point there for the Wildcats coming off that long rally to tie it up. 23 all here near the end of this first set. Great effort there by both teams. Ketchy serves it over. Thompson on the attack, right into the net. Wildcats now lead 24-23. And the Eagles will quickly get a timeout here. Again, I think coming out of that long rally, both teams a little tired. Wildcats able to capitalize on that one. As Thompson hit that one into the net for the Eagles. Wildcats now lead by 1. Have a chance for a set point here coming out of this timeout. So here we go, both teams quickly out of their timeouts. Ketchy will be back to serve. Ketchy to serve for set point here. Her serve is over. Gover looking to set Thompson again. Watson's there to dig it up. Barrios pushes it over right to Gover. Kendrick is there. And this one wide. Wildcats will take this set 25-23.
Set number 1, Rockingham Community College 23, your Wildcats 25. Johnson Wales.
Again, Wildcats take this first set 25-23. I think the highlight of that first set was that long rally there to get the Wildcats tied up at 23 and eventually going to win this first set. We will be back in about 3 minutes with more second set action. Stay tuned.
Wake Tech Community College in volleyball match number 2 this afternoon. And then our Johnson Wales Wildcats will take back to the court in match number 3 against Wake Tech Community College. A lot of women's volleyball coming at us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in downtown Charlotte. Once again, thank you for joining us. Set number 2 coming at us in a little over 2 minutes.
All right, we are back here at the Wildcat Center with the second set of Johnson Wales versus Rockingham County Community College. Wildcats took the first set 25-23. Both teams have switched sides and are on the court now. On the floor for your Wildcats. Victoria Hicklin, Ty Gonzalez, Jomi Barrios, Haley Franklin, Tanai Scott, and Kendall Watson. On the floor for the Eagles, Janai Sutton, Taylor Lucas, Casey Grover, Amanda Denny, and Reese Thompson. Ketchel will be back to serve now to start this second set for the Wildcats. Sends one over. Dug up there by Watson. Hicklin on the attack. Played up by Kendrick. Sutton there. And this one just long. Good eye there again by Ketchy. Ducks and lets it go right over her head. And it lands out of bounds. Ketchy sends it over. Over there looking to set up Sutton. And Sutton hits this one long. Wildcats take a 2-0 lead here at the beginning of the second set. Going back to that first set, I think if you were to ask both coaches after this game what was a pivotal moment, it would be definitely that long rally that tied the Wildcats up at 23 as they went on to get the final 2 points of that first set. Could have easily been 1-0 lead here for the Eagles. Instead, Wildcats winning 1-0. Now lead the second set 3-0. Ketchy back to serve again. And Lucas is shot right into the net. Wildcats point. Ketchy's serve is over. Short just across the net. Hendricks there. And Sutton will look to tip it over. And they'll get Sutton into the net. So just like that, 5-point lead here to start off this second set for the Wildcats. Grover behind the back tip there. Gets it over. And this ball somehow played up. Great effort there by the Eagles. Able to get it over. Barris tips one over. And great tip there. Gets the kill. Kendrick with a diving attempt. Unable to get to it. Now 6-0 run here to open up the second set. Ketchy still back to serve. Sends one hard at the net. She shrugs it off. She said, okay, I'll give you that. Grover hits one over right to Hicklin. Franklin unable to get to that one. I think Franklin wanted to go for that one. The net was just in her way. She didn't want to get called for the net touching there. Grover, what a save. Dug that one up and over. Dug again by Franklin. Great effort there by Grover and Franklin. And they're going to get a double here on the Eagles. Moana Reed and Madison Steed check into the game now for the Wildcats, replacing Franklin and Hicklin. Wildcats lead 7-2. Reed back to serve. Reed's serve is over. Grover looking to set up Thompson there. Just wide. Correction, that was Sutton. Sutton's attack is just long again. Sutton not able to find her groove here in the second set. She's hit three balls wide here. Reed serves it over. Daniel just hit this one over. Watson digs it up. Barros will slap this one here down the line and gets the kill off the hands of Kendrick. Now 9-2 lead here for the Wildcats, and the Eagles will finally call a timeout. Eagles looking to repair their wings here as our Wildcats have caught an early lead here in the second set. They lead 9-2. Eagles out of their timeout. Wildcats still talking it over. Coming out of that timeout, Reed will be back to serve. And here we go. Reed's serve is over. Right to Denny. Grover looks to set it for Sutton. Winds up blocked at the net there by Gonzalez. but it falls to the floor. Eagles get the point out of their timeout. Sutton will be back to serve now. Sends one over short right to Watson. Reed sends it for Barrios on the attack. Bounces around 2 Eagles, able to get it over. Gover there will get it over again and hits it just long. Barrios attack just ricochets right off of Kendrick, right over to Denny. Denny didn't even move. The ball was just there and hit off her hands. The Eagles ready to save it. Sutton now. Catchy there. Steed looks to tip it over. Steed and Scott collide. Both players able to get up now. Reed. Scott on the attack. Pins it right in front of Sutton for the kill. (11-3) now. Wildcats still lead here in the second set as Watson serves it over. Just over the tape and gets the ace. A lot of English on that ball as it spins just over the tape. Watson again. Fast serve right over the net. Played up and out of bounds by the Eagles. Another ace there for Watson. (13-3) now. Watson again. Heat right at Sutton. Pops one high in the air. Gover plays it. Barris is there. Reed looking to set. Steed tips it over. 2 Eagles are there. Eagles play it over. Short set for Scott. Off the hands, off the ceiling. Eagles able to keep it alive. Barris tips it over right in front of Kendrick and gets the kill. Again, I don't think if that ceiling wasn't here, that ball would have been way out. But it hits the curtain up here. Falls right to the hands of Kendrick, who was able to get that one over. And Watson again gets the point there for the Wildcats. So Avery Woods checks into the game now for Rockingham. Seeing her first action of the game as Watson serves and gets a taste of that as soon as she gets in the game from Watson. Watson again with the ace. Watson sort of taking over here in the second set. Wildcats have a huge lead, 16-3. Kendrick is tying her shoe now. Give each team a quick breather. Watson again. This one just wide. So the Eagles able to catch a break there as Watson serves it long. Lucas back to serve now for Rockingham. Right to Barrios. Scott on the attack. This wow, right off the hands of Sutton. They're going to call that one in. Again, I don't think Sutton meant to do that. Just the angle off her hands right down the line here on the Wildcat side. Gets the kill. Lucas again to serve short right over to Barrios again. Steed rises up and hits it right into the net. So Eagles able to cut it to 10 now. Wildcats still lead 16-6 in the second set. Right over to Ketchy. Reed looking to set Barrios. Barrios right to Gover. And Kendrick's hit ricochets out of bounds. Wildcats point. On a favor into the game now for your Wildcats. Jomi Barrios back to serve. Wildcats lead 17-6.
For your Wildcats, number 15.
Barrios serves short right over to Gover. Denny sets it for Sutton. Reed is there, digs it up over to the Eagle side. And Scott there at the net to get the kill. Bear sends one high and long right over to Denny. Sets it for Thompson, gets it over. Steed is there. Reed looking to set up. Favor rises up, tips it over. Steed tips it over again. Kendrick able to dig that one up. Thompson now. Eagles play it over again. Reed looking to set up. Favor gets the kill. Right in front of Turley. Barrios service over short right to. And Govers hits right to the net. And Eagles will call a timeout here. Coach Young finds her team down 14. Wildcats leading the Eagles here 20-6 in the second set. Again, Wildcats took the first set 25-23. Coming out of that Eagles timeout, Jomi Barrios still back to serve now for the Wildcats. Barrios again right over to Gover. Denny looking to set up Kendrick. And Kendrick hits tipped off a Wildcats player out of bounds. Eagles will get the point. Eagles get what they want there coming out of the timeout. Kendrick back to serve now. Reed sets it for Favor on the attack. Denny blocked at the net by Scott. Franklin and Hicklin into the game now. Furious Franklin back to serve. Wildcats lead this one 21-7 still in this second set. Franklin sends one right over to Denny. Gover sets it. Watson able to dig it up. Franklin looking for that back corner there. Just a bit long. Thompson to send this one over short right to Scott. Scott on the attack, blocked out of bounds. Wildcats get the point. Ty Gonzalez into the game now for the libero Watson. Scott to serve. Kendrick plays it up. Denny there, blocked by Gonzalez in Favor. Sutton will look to tip it over, out of bounds. Right in front of Franklin, letting it go out of bounds. Good eye there. Scott back to serve. Wildcats lead 23-8. Then he plays this over. Barris looking to set Hicklin. Go over there again. And the Eagles will just play this one over. Hicklin tips it over. Dug up there by Gover. And then he will send this one over for the Eagles. Franklin short set for Gonzalez. Go over there, blocked at the net by Gonzalez. It was blocked at the net, but falls right in front of Gonzalez on the Wildcat side. Will be an Eagles point. So the libero Watson back into the game now for the Wildcats. Denny sends that one over for the Eagles. Hicklin tips it over. Sutton there on the attack, dug up by Watson. Gonzalez on the attack, and gets the kill. 24-9. Ketchie will come in to serve for set point. Ketchie's serve is over. Short right over the net. Kendrick able to there to dig it up. Ketchie again digs that one up. Barros on the attack. Sutton on the attack. Barros is there, digs that one up. Franklin. Hicklin now pushes it over and gets the kill. Wildcats will take this second set 25-9. It's been a no-fly zone here for the Eagles. We will be back in 3 minutes with this third set.
Number 3 coming at you in 3 minutes. Once again, don't forget, match number 2 this afternoon will play Wayne Tech Community College
against Rockingham Community College. That match will take place after our first match this afternoon, and then our finale will be Johnson & Wales coming back to the court, taking on Wake Tech Community College in this afternoon's women's volleyball tri-match here at Johnson & Wales, Charlotte.
All right, we are back here for this third set. It's been a no-fly zone here at the Wildcat Center. Wildcats lead 2-0. Eagles take the floor now, looking to regain their wings and stay alive here and force a fourth set. So Amanda Denny will be back to serve now for the Eagles. On the floor for your Wildcats, Kendall Watson, Tanai Scott, Haley Franklin, Jomi Barrios, Ty Gonzalez, and Victoria Hicklin. Wildcats are on the right, Eagles on the left. Wildcats are in white again, Eagles wearing black. Eagles start this one up. Watson there to receive. Franklin, short set for Gonzalez, tips it over, lands just out of bounds. Eagles get the first point of this third set. Serve is over. Right to Watson again. Franklin sets it for Hicklin on the attack. Right to Gover. Gover will push this one over. Off the hands of Scott, out of bounds. Serve is over, right into the net. Eagles lead 2-1 early in this third set as Madison Steed and Moana Reed check into the game now for the Wildcats. Reed will be back to serve. And Reed gets one just over the net, right to Kendrick. Sutton there gets the kill. Off the block of Barrios, falls to the floor in front of Watson. So now Sutton will be back to serve. Sends one high and long right to Scott. Gonzalez rises up. Gover there, able to dig it up. And Gover just had to slap this one over. Steed on the attack, gets the kill. Buries that one right in front of Denny. And walking onto the floor now, taking their spot in the stands, is Wake Tech. They face Rockingham here next, and then face our Wildcats again for this final game of this tri-match at 4. Ketchy back to serve. Sutton able to play that one over for the Eagles. Gonzalez on the attack, right to Gover. And they're going to get Kendrick for being in the net there. I think she heard the footsteps of Barrios. Barrios would have had the block either way. So Wildcats now lead this third set 4-3. Barrios right there again, right to Sutton. Eagles able to save it. Reed looking to set Barrios again, gets the kill. Barrios very active early in this third set. Wildcats lead 5-3 now. Ketchy again to serve. Gover looking for Thompson there. Blocked at the net by Scott, unable to handle it as it falls to the floor right in front of her. And this is Lucas to serve that one over, and just long. Barrios lets it go out. Free point for the Wildcats as Anna Favor checks in now. Barrios back to serve now. Right to Gover. Denny looks to set it for Sutton. Scott there meets her at the net. Barrios has it now. Reed looking to set up. Favor tips it over. Dug up there. Oh man, what a save by Gover. Short set for Scott. Tips it over again. Gover's there for the dig. Eagles still keep it alive. Popped in that far corner there. Favor rises up. Gover again. Kendrick gets one over. Reed looking to set. Steed on the attack. Gover there again. And this one lands just out of bounds. Great hustle there by number 15, Cassie Gover, for Rockingham. Had at least 5 digs there. And mishandled there by Turley as Barrios will get the ace. Wildcats lead 8-4 in this third set. Again, they lead 2-0, taking the first set 25-23 and the second one 25-9. Go over there. Sutton on the attack. And Reed looking to play it off the net, unable to get to it. Eagles get the point as Watson will check back in now for the Wildcats. Kendrick serves over right to Scott. And Favor almost able to get that one over the net, unable to. It's now 8-6. As the Eagles cut it to 2. Short set for Scott on the attack. Gets the kill. 2 Rams there. Taylor Turley appears to be grabbing that right wrist. And she says she's fine. She wants to stay in. Meanwhile, Franklin back to serve for your Wildcats. Sends one short right to Denny. Favor on the attack. Gets the point off the block, out of bounds. 10-6 now. Wildcats lead the Eagles. Franklin serve is over. Right to Turley. Gover looking to tip it over. Off the hands of Franklin. Thompson serve is over. Right to Favor. Franklin looks to set it for Scott. Tips it over. Sutton on the attack there. Gets the kill. Cross court down this line. Eagles cut it to 2 now. Wildcats still lead 10-8 in this third set. Thompson serve is over. Short right to Favor. Hicklin on the attack. Right to Turley. Denny will slap this one over and way out of bounds. Ty Gonzalez will run off the bench and check in for the Wildcats, replacing Ketchy. Tonight, Scott back to serve. Popped up high in the air. Gover plays it. Denny now. And that lands in down that line. Denny will get the kill. Denny's serve is over short. Scott able to play it up. Favor tips it right in front of Gover there. Gover unable to handle that one. Falls to the floor. Favor gets the kill. And here we go again with Watson back to serve. Wildcats lead 12-9. Sends this one right at Denny. Gover looking to catch the Wildcats off guard. Dug up there by Franklin. Watson will play this one over. Gover looking to set up Sutton. Blocked at the net there by Gonzalez and Hicklin. Hicklin and Gonzalez are loving it. And the Eagles will call a timeout here. Eagles down 4. Wildcats leading 13-9 in this third set.
And don't forget, following this match will be Wake Tech Community College taking to the court against Rockingham Community College in match number 2 this afternoon of the Johnson Royals Tri match. Wake Technical Community College taking to the court against the same Rockingham Community College in match number 2 this afternoon here at Johnson Royals Tri.
Both teams coming out of that timeout. Watson still back to serve for the Wildcats. Wildcats lead 13-9. Watson serve off the hands of Denny. That'll go down as another ace for Watson. I haven't been keeping track, but I would say that's 4 aces on the day for Watson so far. Gover able to save it. Tipped over. Dug up by Hicklin. Barrios tips it over right in front of Gover. Able to get it over again for the Eagles. Hicklin rises up. This hit just wide. Serve sent over. Franklin looking to set up Barrios. Barrios hit his long. Now 14-11 here. Wildcats still lead. Short serve there by Gover. A little great trickery there. Caught the Wildcats off guard as she faced her body down the line here on the left side and served a short run over to the right where nobody was standing. Good play there by Gover. Gover again serves it. Scott able to play that one up and over for the Wildcats. Sutton rises up. Sutton gets the kill. Just like that, we're tied 14-all here in this third set. Eagles starting to gain their wings back now. Gover sends it over again right to Hicklin. Watson there. Wow, what a save there by Scott. Gover pushes over. Scott is there though. Franklin looking to play it off the net. Unable to. Now the Eagles have the lead here in this third set. 4 straight points for the Eagles. They take the lead 15-14. Watson will play this one over, and her hit is long. Oh, man. What a turn of events here in this third set. As the Eagles were down 11, now find themselves leading by 2. Barrios on the attack, and Barrios gets the Wildcats back in this one. Gets the kill off the hands of Denny. Moana Reed and Madison Steed into the game now for the Wildcats. Reed back to serve. Reed sends one over. Sutton will just have to play this one over. Scott from her knees. Madison Steed there. That shot's blocked. Looked like it was out of bounds. But lands just in. Point there for the Eagles. Sutton will be back to serve now. Sends one short. Scott able to get it up. Gonzalez there, dug up there by Gover. Gover again, and that shot way long. Right to the Wildcat bench. You can definitely see the level of play here by the Eagles is elevated in this third set. They still lead the Wildcats by 1. Ketchy serve is over right to Thompson. Thompson again. Watson's there to dig that one up. Bear slaps it over right to Gover. 2 Eagles players there, and Gover will slate this play, this one. And just long. And we are tied up again, 17-all. Kerry Ketchy will be back to serve now for the Wildcats. Sends one short. Gover receives. Thompson looking to set up. And Thompson able to get to that one. Short set there by Kendrick. Thompson just not able to cover enough ground on that one to get to it. Wildcats take the lead again here. 18-17 in this third set. Ketchy sends one short. Popped up by Denny and out of bounds. Ketchy will get the ace. Ketchy serve is over again, right to Sutton. Sutton plays it over. Barris is there. Reed looking to set up. Steed, go over there again. Thompson blocked at the net by Scott and Gonzalez. Correction, that was Scott and Steed. So now Wildcats back up again by 3. 20-17 here, coming down to the end of this third set. Watson almost plays that one in, and Watson, Steed chased that one out of bounds, unable to get to it. Now 20-18, Wildcats still lead. Serve right over to Barrios. Scott on the attack, dug up by Sutton. Reed looks and push it over there. Denny's hit off the hands of Scott and Reed. Eagles get the point. Lucas serves over and out of bounds. Ayana Favor into the game now for the Wildcats. Jomi Barrios back to serve. Wildcats lead 21-19 in this third set. Lucas is there. Denny looking to set up Sutton. Dug out there by Ketchy. Favor will play this one over. Thompson looking to set up. Correction, that was Kendrick looking to set up Thompson, but they're going to get Kendrick with the double. So again, Barrios to serve. Right over to Lucas again. Gover looking now for Thompson. Cross court. Off the hands of Ketchy, out of bounds. And Watson will check in for the Wildcats. She'll replace Barrios. Wildcats still lead by 2 in this third set, 22-20, as Kendrick serves it over for the Eagles. Steed tips it over. Sutton's there. Gover looks to tip it over. Favor unable to get that one over the net. Eagles now within 1. 22-21 in this third set. Kendrick's serve is over. Sends one high right over to Scott. Reed sets it. Favor tips it over the net. Favor hung in the air there. Steed on the attack. Dug up there by Sutton. Watson will play this one over short. Go over there, one-handed. Denny will slap this one over. Dug up again by Ketchy, but Watson unable to save it as it goes out of bounds. We're tied 22 all here now. Kendrick again to serve. Sends one high and short. Watson just unable to get to that one. Watson thought she for sure got it, but ref said it hit the floor, so now Eagles have a 1-point lead in this third set, 23-22, as the Wildcats call a timeout here. Eagles quickly out of that timeout. Kendrick still back to serve now. Little deja vu from the first set as the Wildcats again found themselves down 23-22, but after a long rally tied it up and then took that set. So Watson plays this one up. Reed sets it from her knees. Favor there. Kendrick able gets it over. Scott looks to tip it. Sutton's there. Gover pushes it over right to Watson. Steed on the attack. Played up by Lucas. And Gover will just safely play this one over. Scott there to play it up. Favor rises up. Gover looks to set it for Denny. And Denny gets the kill. Over in that left corner now. Eagles lead 24-22. Kendrick will have a chance for a set point here for the Eagles now. Pops one high and short over to Scott. Reed sets it for Watson. Watson off her palm right into the net. So Eagles take this third set 25-22. Able to force a fourth set here against these Wildcats. We will be back in 3 minutes with fourth set action. Don't go anywhere.
Once again, Wildcat fans, we will have match number 2 coming up for you later this afternoon. Wake Tech Community College against Rockingham Community College. And then match number 3, Lily Johnson Wales back to the court against Wake Tech Community College in this afternoon's women's volleyball tri-match. Also, after the tri-match, if you want to sneak down to Pineville to the Ortho Carolina Sportsplex, our men's soccer team takes to the field at 4:30 p.m. this afternoon against Mid-Atlantic Christian University. Men's soccer this afternoon, they are undefeated on the season so far. They won a thriller last night, 3-2 over Columbia International. They take on Mid-Atlantic Christian University at 4:30 this afternoon at the Ortho Carolina Sportsplex men's soccer. So some great Johnson Wales athletic action throughout the day today.
All right, we are back here in this fourth set. Both teams have switched sides. Wildcats on the left, Rockingham on the right. Eagles able to take that third set from the Wildcats, 25-23. Able to force this fourth set. On the floor for your Wildcats, Jeremy Barrios, Ty Gonzalez, Victoria Hicklin, Haley Franklin, Carrie Ketchy, and the libero, Kendall Watson. Ketchy will be back to serve for the Wildcats to start this fourth set. Ketchy's serve is over high, right over to Kendrick. Gover sets it for Sutton. And they're going to get Hicklin into the net. Gover back to serve now for the Eagles. Sends one fast right over to Ketchy. Franklin tips it over. Watson dug that one up. Barrows will play this one over for the Wildcats. And they'll get a double there on Kendrick. She was looking to set Sutton again. Into the game for your Wildcats now, Madison Steed and Moana Reed. Reed back to serve. Reed sends one over right to Denny. Sutton on the attack. Gonzalez able to save it there, but barely grazed the net. What a save there by Watson. And Gonzalez just barely touched the net as she tips it over. Eagles get the point. Sutton back to serve for the Eagles. Ketchy plays this one up. Steed on the attack, cross court, off the hands of Sutton, out of bounds. Wildcats get the point. Tanai Scott checking in for the Wildcats. Watson to serve. Right over to Sutton, into the net, falls to the floors. Watson will get the other ace again. Again, I don't have the official stats with me, but I would say that's her 5th ace of this match. Barrios on the attack. Gover able to dig it up. Sutton plays it over. Barrios there again. Reed, short set for Steed. Off the hands of Gover, out of bounds. Steed gets the point. 4-2 now, early in this fourth set. Wildcats lead the Eagles. Watson back to serve again. Sends one right to Sutton again. Gover will play this one over right to Watson. Scott tips it over. Gover there again. Denny will palm this one over. Watson short set for Steed. Dug up there by Sutton. Thompson on the attack. Watson's there. Barrios rises up. Gover able to dig that one up. Eagles able to save it. Reed now looking for Scott. Right to Gover again. Almost misplayed. Sutton unable to get it over the net. (5-2) now. Watson again to serve. Played off the chest of Denny. Denny didn't know where it went, I guess. Nonetheless, Wildcats still have it. Barrios' tip goes out of bounds. Eagles will get the point. Lucas back to serve. Sends one. Watson receives. Steed tips it over. Gover's there. Kendrick looking to set Thompson. Unable to tip it over the net. Wildcats point. It's now 6-3 Wildcats lead in this fourth set as Anna Favorite checks in now for the Wildcats. And Jomi Barrios back to serve. Sends one high over there on that left side over to Lucas. Danny looking to set Thompson. Will tip it over. Watson's there. Favor rises up right over to Sutton. Thompson will slap this one over off the tape. They'll say it's behind. Hole be Wildcats point. Barrios back to serve. Sutton on the attack. Just off the net. Watson able to play it up. Steed rises up over to Gover again. Denny plays this one over. Off the hands of Barrios. Watson looking to save it. Oh, man. Great effort there by Watson. Watson laying out to save that one as it goes out the back line. Eagles still get the point, but again, great effort there by Watson. Barrios receives. Scott rises up. Sutton able to handle that one, and Scott will get the kill. Back in for the Wildcats now, Franklin and Hicklin. Franklin will be back to serve. Wildcats lead 8-4 in this fourth set. Lucas off the hands, almost out of bounds. Great save by Thompson. Nearly going in the stands to get that one. And Scott gets the kill. Dug out there by Kendrick. Denny plays it up. Denny again, and just long. Franklin again back to serve for your Wildcats as they lead 9-4 in this fourth set. Leading 2-1. And Franklin will get the ace there. And our scoreboard at the bottom of the screen finally reflects the correct score. Jay Wu 2, Rockingham 1. Lucas able to play that one up. Thompson will play it over for the Eagles. Franklin looking to set. Favor blocked at the net by Denny. Scott tips it over. Sutton gets it up. Sutton again plays it over. Franklin's there. Hicklin on the attack. Denny swings. Dug out there by Franklin. Barrios will play this one over. Dug out there by Watson. Favor unable to play that one off the net. Eagles point. Thompson gets up for the Eagles now. She'll be back to serve. Wildcats still lead 10-5 in this fourth set. As Thompson's serve is over, Barrios receives. Short set for Scott, and Scott gets the kill down the line. Ty Gonzalez back into the game now for the Wildcats. Scott's serve is over, right to Kendrick. And Sutton able to tip this one over. Hits it parallel to the net on the Eagles side. Falls to the floor. Wildcats get the point. Scott sends one over again. Kendrick is there. Daniel slapped this one right into the net. Wildcats point. And the Eagles will call a timeout here. Coach Young wants to regather her players. She finds her team down 8 here and near the middle of this fourth set. Wildcats lead 13-5. Again, leading this match 2-1. Eagles quickly out of that timeout by Coach Young. Wildcats still talking it over. Wildcats take the floor now. Scott will be back to serve. Wildcats lead 13-5 in this fourth set, coming out of that Eagles timeout. Scott's serve is over. Right over to Sutton. Gover sets it. Sutton hits it over. Barrios is there. Favorable swings. Unable to be handled by Lucas. Favor gets the kill. Scott serves over again. Right over to Sutton. Denny will play this one over. Dug up there by Franklin. Almost played off the tip there by Favor. Lands just out of bounds. The libero Watson back into the game now for your Wildcats. Denny to serve for the Eagles. Gets it over right to Barrios. And Barrios will play it over. Gover sets it for Sutton. Blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Sutton again. This time just long. Point Wildcats. Carrie Ketchy into the game now for your Wildcats. She'll be back to serve. Her Wildcats leading 15-6. Still in this fourth set. Eagles looking to stay alive. Lucas tips it over. Barrios is there. Franklin leaves it for Hicklin, and Hicklin gets the kill. Thompson dives to the floor to get it. Unable to. Hicklin gets the kill for the Wildcats. Now a 10-point lead. As Ketchy serves it over. Thompson there, off the hands, out of bounds. Ketchy gets the ace. Ketchy sends one over again. 50-50 ball there at the net. And the Eagles get this point. Off the hands of Gonzalez and Barrios over there on the left side of that net. So Gover to serve, right to Ketchy. Franklin tips it over. Kendrick's there. Denny will slap this one over right to the libero Watson. Franklin looking for Barrios on the attack. Played up off the ceiling there by Kendrick. Sutton hits it over. Hicklin tips it. Dug up there by Gover. Eagles able to play it over, keep it alive. Gonzalez now gets a tip right behind Lucas. Reed and Steed checking for the Wildcats. Reed will be back to serve. Wildcats lead 18-7 as Reed serves it over. Then he plays it up. Sutton blocked at the net by Gonzalez. Gonzalez having a great game there. Setting up the stone wall. Blocking everything in sight. Eagles will call another timeout here. Again, Eagles down by 12. Wildcats leading 19-7 in this fourth set. Eagles need to figure out something here. Tie it up and then force a fifth set. Meanwhile, our Wildcats looking to push it here and finish off this match in this fourth set. Wildcats quickly out of that timeout. So again, coming up after this game will be Rockingham County Community College versus Wake Tech County Community College. And then later at 4, our Wildcats will take on Wake Tech. Reed serve is over, just over across the net. Misplayed there by Gover. Wildcats get the point, 20-7 now. Reed again to serve. Carly Gibson checks in for the Eagles, seeing her first action of the night, or the day, I should say. As Reed sends it over again. Just grazes the net, gets it over. Reed sets it. Ketchy gets it over off the hands of Denny. Out of bounds, Wildcats point. Woods will check in for Denny now for the Eagles. Reed sends one over. Miss hit there by Lucas. Hits it right to the net. Eagles falling apart here at the end of this fourth set. And the Wildcats are going to get Angelique Davis into the game now. Again, number 12, Angelique Davis, checks in for the Wildcats. As Reed serves it over again. Gover sets it. And they're going to get Ketchy with the double. Ketchy knows it. Now Sutton will be back to serve for the Eagles. Her team trailing by 14. They would need a monstrous comeback now to force a fifth set. Good eye there by Watson, able to play it off the net. Davis hits it over the net. Davis will get the point. Great job there by Davis. Able to beat Sutton to the net for that 50-50 ball. Able to get it over. The Wildcats now lead 23-8. Nearing the end of this fourth set. The freshman Watson back to serve. Sends some heat. Misplayed there by Woods. Watson now with a chance for match point. 24-8. Watson service over. Misplayed again right at Woods. And the Wildcats take this one 3-1. Winning the first set 25-23. The second set 25-9. Losing the third set barely 23-25. Then coming back even harder in the fourth set 25-8. We will be back here at 4 o'clock as the volleyball team will face Wake Tech Community College. Also at 4:30, also being live streamed from the Ortho Carolina Sportsplex, men's soccer will be taking on Mid-Atlantic Christian. I will be here commentating this tri-match again. No commentary at the soccer game, but still it will be live streamed. Wildcat Sports Network offering sort of a Saturday ticket package, kind of having their own red zone gig going now. you will be able to split screen and see the volleyball match as well as the soccer match. Like I said, we have a jam-packed Saturday here in Wildcat Sports. I will be back here at 4 o'clock with the call on this Wildcats Sports Network for the volleyball game of Johnson & Wales and Wake Tech. Don't miss it.
Taking on Midland Christian University.